let's see, where are we? No, we're not on. What? Oh, that's a video. I got psyched out. Okay, sorry about this. I need to find my community management paper, which is somewhere. Sorry. Okay, community. Okay, so, Nungli, do you accept the nomination to become?
Yes.
Yes, perfect, thank you. All right, so what I need to do, just a moment here, is to open up, this is our document. Okay, Community Management Guild. All right, today's the first kickoff meeting. I've already started the recording, so we're documenting this, just so that future community managers will have an idea of what we're doing. The current start time is 1:45 until 2:15, and do we want to make this a regular time? So I'm just, wait, I can't make a question as a chair. I would like to open a discussion for a regular time. What is a time that's suitable for everyone? Nungli, go ahead.
I think, I actually think we can probably go with Tuesday, start of the week.
Okay.
Let me see, Tuesday, probably somewhere around 3 or 4.
Okay, all right. There's a motion for Tuesday 3 or 4.
I don't know if
Is there a second?
Yes.
Okay, you second it. Rafik, I would caution that because during 3 or 4 on Tuesdays, you might have check-ins. Is that a good time for you?
Yes, no worries, sir.
You sure? Okay.
Yes.
All right. So be it. So we'll call it Tuesday. Mr. Secretary, could you put in the dates? Tuesday 3 to 4, and we'll meet once a week.
Tuesday 3 to 4.
All right. And for the meeting location, I'd still like to have it actually on Bukit Vista 2. So just for practice, let's go over to Bukit Vista 2 right now. Meaning because a lot of times this room I'll need for interviews, and also this room has a lot of capacity, so I'm not sure why we need so much. So we'll move to Bukit Vista 2. I'll see you guys over there, okay? Okay. All right, welcome back, Rafik. Okay, that was easy, right? That was fast. No loss of coordination. Let's go over our orders of business then. First order of business is from Jing, how to manage remote owners. Nungli, Aggie, and Gigi, and Jing to start a subcommittee. We have owners survey, regular video, all hands, need to be scalable, aligned, community comprehensive. Nungli created a Trello card for this. Okay, so Rafik, the discussion this morning was about who should send out owner surveys. I understand you're sending out owner surveys right now, is that correct? Great. Gigi has motioned and it's been passed that he will attach owner surveys to the finance reports in the future. So this will be the last time we send out owner surveys directly. In the future, Gigi will just put the owner survey in the finance form, and that he will follow up with the owners to make sure they complete it. If they, oh yes, go ahead to Rafik.
So the survey will be every month, right?
Yes, it'll be every month, and it will go out the same time as the finance reports. So that essentially will be there. We're essentially creating an owner dashboard, and all the information and communication with the owner happens then through a single dashboard. I think it's an elegant process. In the future, when we have actual real dashboards and user accounts for each owner on our website, then they can just fill out a survey anytime they want. After they just send in feedback like a like or a dislike or whatnot, and that will give us faster feedback. I think it's a good idea, and the only part where we might need hosts or community to be involved is following up. Maha did most of her surveys directly with the owners in person, so a lot of them filled it out. But I think if they don't fill it out, then we need to have a pusher to push that out. So that we've already decided. Rafik, is there any discussion about that format?
Okay, I think it's very good, sir, because the question is only 2 questions, right?
Yes.
How was your feeling for the next month, last month? Did you feeling satisfied for this month or last month?
Yes.
So, and why?
Yes.
I think it's good if we put it every month, so we know the contribution of the owner.
Okay.
So what they're feeling with the last month and this month.
Yes, okay, very good. Thank you, Rafik. Chair recognizes Nungli. Nungli?
Can I also suggest that we put in another, I know we're trying to keep it short, but I think this is an important question. What can we do better?
That's the why.
Why? You're asking why you have.
Oh, no. That's the second question is why.
Oh, okay.
So that encapsulates the
Better you can. Oh, sorry, Chairman.
the chair recognizes graphic.
Okay, maybe better you can just open the
Survey?
form, sir.
Okay,
So
let's
then
go
you
ahead and
can
take a look at
see.
the form. Yeah, good idea. So I'll move the form and let's open it. Take a look at what it says. So currently it's the name, the property, and are you more happy with Bukit Vista service than last month? And if so, share with us why.
Why you are happy with us, right? So my question.
Or unhappy. Or,
Why you happy and why you not happy?
yeah.
Okay. No, then if so, share with us why
Yeah.
we can do better. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay, so that's pretty much as elegant. Yes, we do need the feedback to understand what we should do better. Mostly, I think if they say no, we should follow up, no matter what, right? So
Yeah, we sorry.
yeah, go ahead. Chair recognizes Jing. The
So
graphic.
we have one
Yeah.
one is said no, sir.
Oh yeah, good.
Oh,
Yeah. Can I share my screen?
Sure. Let's take a look.
Okay.
One share per time. Okay. While we wait for that, Rafik, I'm gonna. Oh, okay. Okay, never mind. This is pretty fast.
This one. So we have until now we have 16 of responses
Okay.
and one said no.
Two said no.
Two, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Two is this one.
But our room is much available. Right. Okay. So we have too much
that
empty
is
rooms.
comeback.
Okay.
So what is
We need to sell comeback more. Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
to sell comeback.
Comeback's the name of a property.
So I need to this one. So I know it. Which one is said no.
Okay. Oh, okay. He said yes and no at the same time. Okay, that seems like a false. Okay, come back. Yes, I saw it. He says too many rooms available. Okay, very good. I would like to propose a follow-up.
And also we have a very good news, sir.
Okay, what's the good news?
So his comeback will give us the booking.com.
Hey, that is very good news. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So-
Seems like they trust us. Good.
Yes.
Okay, Rafik, when we do get a bad review, where should we put it?
We always give to Gigi on the Bitly. I will give to on the Bitly, sir.
Okay. I suggest we actually can put it on the observation and improvements. That way, if something like that happens, I think the entire squad needs to work on that. Because if it's, let's say the owner's not happy, it could be they're not happy with the host, they're not happy with revenue, they're not happy with the reservations, they're not happy with the guests. So that is something I think that needs to be surfaced up and tag perhaps revenue management on that. Because if they're not filling up the rooms, then that's like a revenue management issue. Okay, so Chair recognizes Rafik.
So this is a bad review from the guest or from who, sir?
Bad review from the owner. Whenever the owner gives us something that's wrong, I think we should put it up on observations and improvements, and that way the entire squad can start working on improving that. An owner negative feedback should never be private. I don't think that should ever be private because that needs to get attention at all levels. It could be that they don't have a good relationship with hosts, revenue management, air support, whatever, and we all need to see it and we all need to start working on it. It's not very long before an unhappy owner becomes not a partner. So I think we can, once it surfaces, we need to jump on it together. Okay, so the next point, if I may move on, is regular video all hands. Right, so Rafik, we're thinking about creating an all hands video for owners. What do you think about this? But maybe just like very rarely, maybe once a quarter, once a year.
This is all hand for all the team or
partners.
all the owner?
Partners,
For the
just
owner.
partners, yes. Mhm.
So we make it video one by one of them.
No, we make a general video telling them about what Bukit Vista strategy is for the quarter or for the year, and then we issue it, and then we attach it to the finance form, and they can watch it. Right?
That's good idea. I'm a visual.
Yeah? Okay, so that could be a good idea. We might need to have it bilingual, and we might need to do it twice, once for Bahasa Indonesia and once for English. And we issue it, and they can essentially understand what our vision is. Because if we don't explain it, then people just have rumors, I think. And they just start saying, Bukit Vista is like this, and Bukit Vista is like that. And Bukit Vista never talked about our own vision. So, okay, good. So we can start developing it. Oh, Nungli?
Sorry, just so I understand. When we say we do it, all hands for owners come on the pier, right?
Yes.
Okay.
If they want, they can attend live. But I guess most of them won't, because for whatever reason. So the ones that don't attend, they can just watch it on whatever. And we can have a Q&A session too as well. And I'll stand here and answer.
I'm afraid of that, but okay.
I'll answer it.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I'll answer. I'm a transparent CEO. I'll just answer the best I can. If there's no good answer, I'll say there's no good answer either. But I think we need to have that relationship with the community. Otherwise, what you don't answer just becomes their assumption, and what becomes their assumption then becomes their reality, and you have no control over that at all. Then, so we actually want to be known as a very transparent, very visible community. I think that's longevity. It's like democracy. Like all the ugliness comes out, but then we at least don't fool ourselves any longer. All right, so okay, there's another party in here. I'm not sure who that is. Oh, Alvin decided to join us. Welcome, Alvin. This is the Community Management Guild. Yeah. Did you want to be here, Alvin, or?
No.
Actually, I think it's about reservation too.
Okay, great. Okay, so we're talking about managing the community. The current topic of conversation is creating a all-hands video for partners. So,
nice.
Right, because reservations has their sync up right now as well.
It's okay.
Okay, all right, we might have to.
Scoot out?
Yeah, we might have to scoot out. Okay, so then, we have it. We have a format for it now. So we can put this to old business and think about doing this. If we still like to do it, then let's launch it and make it to a project on the next consideration. Okay. Yes, please. Considerations. What are our current communication? New ideas. All hands for a peer.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's they're deleted. Okay, great. Next order of business is Nung Lee. There needs to be an SLA for passing partners from marketability into community management. Needs to be reflected in both chapters MLA. MB needs to communicate the right process and our agreement. So there is some paper on this, and I'll let Nung Lee speak on this.
Okay, so I think right now there is a bit of a disconnect or a gap between what happens at the 3-month mark, right? So after the first 3 months, marketability usually passes this on to community management. But then I think also because we have new guys on board, there's a few gaps here and there, so it looks like it's one big hole. But can be solved. I think we all just need to get together, put a process down, and then frame it and then share it with the whole entire team, perhaps maybe on All Hands might be a good platform. So I think one day we need to find a time where you and me can discuss, sit down, what is the process moving forward, and then we outline it on a piece of paper.
Yes, the chair recognizes the Rafik.
I have motion, maybe we can talk on 3rd of June, because on 3rd of June I have a lot of time because I'm doing that sheet.
Okay, so there is a proposal to talk. So this is a subcommittee discussion.
Yeah.
I will second that. And to the secretary, let's have a evening discussion between Nung Lee and Rafik on the 3rd of June about handover from marketability to community, which is currently what we call the hospitality chapter. But okay, all right. So meeting on June 3rd. Wait, 6 p.m. good for you, Rafik? Okay, that's good. Okay, so that's good. Then we'll go on to old business then. Partner agreement. Do we need to look at this?
I think we can look at this.
Okay.
Talk about this. Yeah.
All right, great topics. Topic of discussion: legality of the contract, notarized language, exclusivity, and priority. This is a pretty lengthy discussion, and its own probably guild by itself. Legality and exclusivity. These are very deep topics. I think we should be aware that we want to talk about it, but this itself, I think, I would like to actually have a discussion just with Lin Lee first, and then we can roll out on, because this is more like business terms and legal terms, yeah?
Yes and no. I think there's just one part where I want to discuss,
Yeah.
which talks about the length of usage for the owner.
Oh, right. Yeah, that
That's
was
why I
the.
wanted to talk about this.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is that on new business?
Well, this is part of the new business, so I just wanted to talk about that, but I can
Okay.
write it down now.
Okay, let's go ahead and write that for new business. So the topic of conversation now is how long can an owner put in their own bookings, or how many days of use does the owner have? Okay, let's begin this discussion. Rafik, do you have any thoughts?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chairman, for the time. So I already talked with Nangli before. So I suggest only 1 week.
Only 1 week. Oh, wow. Okay, that's very draconian. Okay, is there any more discussion?
Yeah, that is my proposal, sir, because 7 days I think is okay, right?
7
For
days.
the
7 days of the year, or 7 days of the month, or 7 days?
7 day of the month.
Oh,
7 days in a month.
that's still a
Yeah.
lot of days.
That's a
That's
lot.
84 days. Yeah.
Actually, I was thinking about it. So yeah, Om did say that 7 days in a month, but I'm actually thinking of perhaps limiting that down. Maybe not. Maybe.
Total pool, I think.
I'm thinking of limiting it down to seasons actually, so they can only use it during low seasons.
Okay. All right. So there's a few formats. There's 7 days a month. There's seasonal. I'd like to suggest a third option, which is just a pool of days. So you have. It's very common in actually the development community. When they sell the apartment, you have 45 days to use it on your own. You have 30 days free use,
Yeah.
and then after that, you have to pay to use, which is a little bit draconian. But it's a little weird. Why do I have to pay to use my own property? I think this is a good idea. I think the overall time limit is a really good idea. That will separate winners from losers right away. Because if somebody wants a lot of their time, it's kind of like asking for their own photography, our photos. It's like, why do you want all the time, right? Why do you need 180 days? Are you going to use it?
Yeah.
All right, what do you plan to do with it?
Yeah.
So I think having essentially like limited owner use is a good condition of success. We just have to agree on what format. Do we use a pool of days? Do we use a low season, high season, or do we use fixed number of days per week? More discussion. Okay, sure, recognize the lead.
I think we also have to consider the owners at this point in
Yeah.
time. It cannot be something that's so
Yeah.
extreme to the point where it's like when market building brings in this clause, owners are like, no thank you, it's alright, you guys are crazy.
Yeah.
Right? So it has to be fair once again. So the way I see fair is that when you come to me, you have a business mindset, you have an investor mindset. Technically speaking, we're not saying no to you, but we're saying that like most of the free days that you cannot make business is also during low season.
That's right.
Right?
Okay.
Or the other way is that no, sorry, no other.
Okay.
No others that-
Any other discussion? Okay. I think what we can do is we probably need more data at this point. Should we put out should we just ask an informal survey to existing owners? Hey, if Bukit Vista reduced your total length of use to 30 days, would you still want to remain as a partner? Or
we can as a form of but like you still need to come out with the number of days, you still need to come out with the terms.
Oh, yeah,
That's the point
right.
of the discussion.
okay, can we pick a format first? Can we pick like, are we going to use just a pool of days? Are we going to use a
Yeah.
low season, high season format? Or are we going to use fixed number of days per month? Okay.
Question, sir.
Yes, Chair recognizes Rapid.
This is for the villa or guest house as well.
I think it only can apply to a villa, right?
Mostly applies to villas.
Yeah, because the guest house would be pretty weird. Okay, well, that may be a new order of business, but we should talk about what, yeah. We don't have exclusive on a lot of guest houses, as I understand, right?
Yes, also
Okay.
because with that, guest house takes a lot of direct bookings, right? So actually, if you think about it on a concept level, it's essentially the same. You are taking
Allocation of a certain amount,
correct,
yeah.
You're taking out inventory from our.
Right. Same concept, but okay, let's just focus on villas for the time being, since let's not,
Yeah.
contemplate with too much stuff right now. Can we agree on a format? Pool. Okay, all in favor of using a total pool number of days? I motion we use just a fixed pool, just like 30 to 45 days a year, and the owner can choose whatever they
Right.
want for that. Do I have a second on that motion? Okay, it's been seconded by Rafik. Okay, is there any discussion on that? Okay, well, let's take a vote. All in favor, please vote. Because that's two. All right, let's go with the second idea. The fixed number of days per week or per month. So the owner gets
Per
just a
month.
number of days per month. whether it's 5 or 7, doesn't matter. It's just fixed number of days per month. This, I believe, is Rafik's motion, right? Okay, is there a second on that? Okay, Nunli has seconded that.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you want, Nunli? Do you want to second your own part?
No, of course I can't second my own motion, right?
Okay, all right. So it's been seconded. And all in favor of that, please raise your hand. Okay, so 1. Rafik doesn't even vote for his own motion.
Rafik!
Okay, maybe he likes mine better. Yeah.
I'm agree is for 30 days for 1 year.
Okay, all right, let's go to Nunli's motion, which is seasonal and variable depending upon the season. So I don't understand what that would look like either.
Okay, so I would say probably we have to determine the number of which months the low seasons are. We
Okay,
know that.
so same as the first one, but different number of days depending upon the season. So
Actually, I would say no limited number of days, but they can only take during low season. So say for example August or like November.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it's like almost like blackout dates.
Right.
But the opposite of that.
Okay, all right. So the owner cannot take any peak season months, but they can take a limited number of low season months, right?
Actually, I'm saying no limit. But you can only take it during those. So like maximum, if you want to take 30 days during low season, just take 30 days during low season. But it's low season.
Okay, so no limit on low season dates, but blackout on peak season dates. Okay, all in favor of this motion, please raise your hand. Sorry. Do I have a second? Okay, it's been seconded by Rafik. All right. This is confusing. All right. Here's where I can break the tie. I'm gonna debate. I don't think Nunli's thing will work because a lot of owners will come during peak season, and that's the whole reason that they bought the villa in the first place, is that they travel like Charita Inda, right? She bought the villa so that she could travel during peak season with her family. And if you're telling her that she can't use the villa when that was the primary purpose of building the villa, then most likely she'll go. No.
And that just eats into our own inventory during especially peak season, and when we can sell at our highest.
That's true, but there's also 300 other days in the year that we can sell.
Then she also has 300 other days in a year that she can live in.
But it's kind of like the dilemma of, well, you're a property owner, you might understand that, right?
But if I'm a property owner who I bought it because I bought it for an investment, then you shouldn't eat into your own.
Nobody buys it purely for investment, though. It's a holiday home. There is an element of desire to it. Okay. It looks like we cannot resolve this in this meeting, so I motion that we table this until we think about it a little bit more before we move on. But okay, we have narrowed it down to 2 options. Either it's going to be a fixed pool number of days throughout the year, or it's going to be a blackout on the peak season dates. Okay, Mrs. Secretary, let's go ahead and put that those are the 2 options of discussion. That way we'll make some progress the next time we get to this. All right, next item, when does revenue management come in? So Nung Lee, could you clarify what the context of that was?
So I think after market building brings this in community management, there is a large part of the conversation with owners that revolves around revenue.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think therefore the revenue needs to be involved in this page. Yes. Done, I'm done.
Oh, okay, good.
In short, that's it.
Okay, is there any other discussion? Okay. As soon as the Trello card moves on to the partner relationship management, then a revenue manager should be assigned. That's as far as I'm concerned. So as soon as the partner card has moved on to the partner relationship board, then there needs to be a face attached to that card who's watching the revenue for that particular property.
Agree.
Yeah.
Agree.
But
But
then-
how do they
Almost
come
done.
into this community management guild so far? Like,
They're not really community managers, they're just revenue managers, right? So, oh right, there's a disassociation between revenue management and community management.
So, yeah.
Oh.
All right.
That is question, right?
Right, because there's 2 different ways of doing it right now. Okay.
I mean, it's still the same owner, it's still Bukit Vista, just different chapters. But we need to work in silos. That is also that's my next point. I think right now finance has one report, revenue has one way of reporting, community management now we're developing another way of reporting. So can we just integrate everything all together? Because I think as an owner it'll be very confusing. For
Okay, so the question is what? I guess integration.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any discussion?
Really integration.
Yes. Sure. Recognize Rafik. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you, Nangli, for this question. It's very good question. So as I know, for example, one of the revenue manager is must be decided. For example, and have a like a plan. So what is the price for this villa or this guest house, right? And then if they have like already agreement for that, the community management is not going there.
Yeah.
For example, they don't have a gap.
Yeah.
For example, the owner is agree, the revenue is agree, and the booking is very good.
Yeah.
But if they have a gap, for example, like I give example like Bayu, for example, Bayu set a price for villa A, and don't have a like agreement for that. So what is the problem? Maybe the owner problem, the revenue problem. That's why the revenue team will be contact community management to contact the owner. What happened with this? So the solution will be coming from the management, the community, talk with the revenue and talk with the owner to find a good solution.
Okay.
That is my advice.
Okay. There's basically a chain of communication going from revenue to community, community back up to revenue. Okay, is there any more discussion?
Yes, Jim.
Okay, all right. So one of the two ways I see revenue management happening right now, there's sort of a bottoms up and a tops down. Tops down is essentially the revenue manager is driving this themselves without really any input from the owner, and they drive first and they tell the input what they've done later. That's what we do in Squad 1. So we drive and we tell the owner we've done this because this is the way it should be. The benefit to this is it's fast and we're more in control, and the owner just receives alerts. So we tell them, hey, look, there's a bunch of gap nights in the next 2 or 3 weeks. If we collect the revenue from these gaps, then you're going to make this amount of money. We have set the price to this. If you don't want it, veto it now, right? Because it's already gone into effect. And they usually say, no, I like that. Thank you. Just keep it rolling like that. The other way I think in Squad 2 is eventually the community or the host, they talk with the owners and they realize collectively that they're all empty. And then the owners make their own decision. Well, I should probably change the price. And then the price is changed, and then it's effective. So there seems to be these two different ways of revenue management. One is more community focused. The other is more just sort of revenue manager focused. Does that if you're in Squad 1, it's mostly the first way. If you're in Squad 2, it's mostly the second way.
I think the default should be that, right? Especially when we're practicing dynamic
Yeah.
pricing.
Yeah.
But I think that may not be the case for Squad 2. I mean, no, as in,
Yeah.
I think Squad 2 follows Squad 1. We decide on what the pricing is, and
Oh,
then we
that's an evolution of culture, because their entire community is guest houses, and in guest houses they are in a net price culture, and they're in a owner first culture, and they're in a don't piss off the owner, no stepping on owner toes culture. So that's kind of where the situation is. It doesn't need to be that way forever, but I'm waiting for cross pollination to affect that, because Squad 2 thinks it's doing better than Squad 1 right now in terms of revenue. So why should we adopt your way of doing things if in fact we're more, and they are, their revenue is definitely approaching Squad 1's. Yeah. Yes, go ahead.
Mostly at the Squad 1 and Squad 2, they have like different way to
Yeah.
to do revenue.
Right.
Same like you, for example, change the price for Cerita Indah,
Yeah.
and then Katie agree about that.
Yeah.
Because we don't have a problem.
Yeah.
Without problem. That is very good.
Yeah.
That's why I said if you can do it by yourself, no problem.
Yeah.
So mutual agreement is very good
Yeah.
between revenue and the owner.
Yeah.
And then the second one, if any problem, I can go there.
Yes, I can say the owner
Right.
already agreed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is, so I can get info from the revenue. What should I do
Yeah.
for this owner? And then also what is the owner feedback as well.
Okay.
So I will be a neutral person, so we can find solution later.
Definitely. Okay, I'd like to move this to, I'd like to call the question now. So I think what we're looking for is essentially somebody has to be associated with the managing the revenue of that owner. So either it's a revenue manager in Squad 1, or it's like in Squad 2, Bayou's assigned each person. I don't know how Squad 2 worked it out, but each person on revenue management is assigned to a particular region. Like I think D1 has Padang. Yeah.
Right.
So whatever it is, somebody at Bukit Vista, whether you call yourself community or revenue management, somebody is attached to managing the revenue. And then in correlation with what Nunli said, I think all the reports and all the communication should go on the finance report. I think that's where everything should eventually wind up to. And the finance report should have links to maybe the revenue management papers, right? And I think it should be issued digitally. It is issued digitally. What am I talking about? There's no paper reports. Okay, it should be issued digitally. And the evolution of that is eventually we're going to go into, like I said, it's going to just open like Gmail or Toolkit or something for the owner. And all the data and all the reports are going to be there anyway. So that's pretty much settles it. So I think the finance report is probably the one thing all owners will look at.
Yeah.
So there's probably no missed communication there. And we just stack everything inside the finance report, and that goes issues out to owners. Yeah. Mhm.
So then that actually becomes like a monthly report, right? It's a monthly report on finance, community management, revenue.
My vision is that it's just a constant report, like a dashboard. You don't have a monthly email. You check email whenever you want. You check your messages whenever you want. So in the future, yes, right now it's being issued monthly, but in the future it just gets issued, and they probably get a notification. Hey, there's something new. Please open your
Okay.
yeah. But
For
yeah.
now?
Right now it's just issuing monthly. Yeah. But on the monthly report, there's links to live reports, like on revenue management, on other things, like on paper.
Okay.
Right. So
okay.
we can issue it. It's just it's like the snapshot happens when at the end of the month, but it's actually being recorded live all the time.
Okay.
The format will probably be, let's say, a Google Sheet. On the Google Sheet, there's a link to the revenue management paper. There's a link to whatever, a survey. There's just a bunch of links there. And those will be links that they can click on to give feedback or to read other supporting documentation. Otherwise, we'd have to duplicate documentation everywhere, and that's not so good. Make sense?
Okay.
Okay. Yes. So I support Nunli's idea. We'll decide on the format of that later,
Okay.
because that does require some UI and design and thought process. So yeah. Let's just say we'll start a motion now with finance, and we'll bring this up to the finance guild for integrated reports. All reports go into one document. Okay. Okay, next order of business is Jim will work with Geek. Oh shit, we're already over time. Do we want to extend? Okay.
Yes.
Motion for extension. Okay, thank you. Very good. Jim will work with Geeky on a new process. Okay, that's already been done, so that could be removed, Mr. Secretary, from new business to nothing. That's already been covered in the previous thing. And the results of the survey,
This one already.
already covered. We see that the survey results are very satisfactory. In fact, about 93% of all owners give us great scores, so we're doing good. And community managers are becoming trainers as a chargeable, addable. Okay, all right, Nunli, let's discuss this. No,
Wait, let me just write this down as a secretary first.
Oh, okay.
So everything will be updated on the finance report.
That's just a discussion. We have to get their integration and then see if they can,
Okay, yeah, so they said to bring this up in the finance guild, right?
Yep. Bring up with the. Actually, they're almost a chapter right now. I'm not sure why. Okay, but okay. Last order of business is moving community managers to become trainers as a chargeable value-added service. Nunli, go ahead.
Okay, so I think actually this is just an idea whereby I think sometimes hosts should do more than just check. Actually, I think hosts should do less check-ins and allow, because I'm seeing increasingly that we are working with villas and we're working with guest houses that already have operation support, right?
Yeah.
So sometimes I feel like when hosts are there doing check-ins, I always feel like it's double work. Like in the case of Maharaja, in the case of Villa Chantik.
Mhm.
So I'm thinking, is there any way from a community management perspective, is there any way for us for hosts to train these staff?
Yes. Okay. All right. Open for discussions. To Rafik. Any discussion, Rafik?
Yeah. So my discussion before with Jing, Bayu, and Dandy. So on the next time we will don't call our host again, but it's already on the community management.
Yeah.
So the host will be the staff here, the operational team at the guest house or villa.
Okay.
So we are the community between the staff and the owner as well.
Mhm.
So we are the representative of Bukit Vista.
Very good. Okay.
So yeah.
Great. Thank you, Rafik, for adding those thoughts. To add in, if I may, so the hosts I always see is essentially their ways of spreading culture. So when I was hosting at La Jolla View, the staff were watching me and how I interacted with guests, and they essentially learned how to do that, and then that became their normal behavior. Walking people through the property was not something anybody did before, but since I would do that all the time, Celine eventually got her team to do that.
Yeah.
So I think essentially we're innovation cultural leaders are essentially, a host should be like a cultural leader. They should essentially show the staff, who generally have very little training, very little education, and sometimes not a lot of motivation, about what is the standard and what you need to do in order to like carry this on. I think they also need to be very, very observant, like the way we're doing in May right now. They need to start keep like a general manager does, right? They open their eyes and they look for where problems are going to happen, and then they deal with these problems by coordinating with the owner, coordinating with us to solve conflicts and essentially fix leaks. I think that's the true value of a host. Checking in guests is great, but as yes, I think project that out. Get the staff to learn how to do that, and I think be involved. We have to be involved in some point, because if we're not involved, then the owners don't see any value, and they're like, "What do you guys do exactly?" Right? And also, we've been promising that our team will check people in. I don't know, has Market Building promised that yet?
Isn't that part and parcel of our service? We
Right.
do check-ins, right?
Right, so then it's hard to switch if we don't do that anymore, right?
Yeah, I mean, technically speaking, I'm not saying that we will not do any more check-ins. I'm saying less of check-ins.
Yes,
Right? Less dependent on us. And then,
I agree.
Yeah,
Yes.
what we do is that we train your guys to do check-ins.
Yes.
Because I think we do check-ins only because there is nobody on site, therefore we have to do check-ins.
Yeah, in some cases, in other cases, I think we just do it out of tradition more than anything else.
But I think majority of the cases,
Yeah.
actually,
Like lot 3, lot 6, they have. Lot 3 needs a check-in from a Bukit Vista host. Otherwise, our team over there is very reactive rather than proactive to guest requests. Okay, I like the vision here. I think Squad 4 has already been on this pathway and has worked incredibly well. And I think it's an incredibly good way to expand to. We don't necessarily need to have hosts in the area all the time. We can just have a community manager come by maybe once a week or whatever, stay for a few days, find out all the issues, and then work together with the owners. In the future, I think a community manager can help evolve. I really see community management as a way of evolving the culture of the neighborhood that we're in charge of. We're evolving behavior, software, but in the future we can also evolve hardware. We can tell them, hey look, we think you probably need a renovation. You could consider maybe bringing in this interior designer and spend maybe 100 million to make your place much more desirable, and you'll make 300 million more because of these new renovations. So essentially, like, they're agents of innovation. That would be actually a vision for the future of hosting. Okay, I think we've covered all old business and new business. Let's kind of go over and see what needs to be carried over. So the subcommittee on monthly owner survey, okay, that's already been done. That can be moved over to old business. Everything in the first row can be moved over to old business. SLA partners, that one. Okay, that one's already done. We'll have a meeting on June 6th between Rafik. Let's go ahead and put between Rafik and Nung Lee, so we know who the meeting is for and between. And then owner usage. Okay, so we have 2 proposals. I'd like to have Jing and Nung Lee probably have a discussion about this. Rafik, do you want to have a discussion about this too, or will you just do you want proxy over to us?
When is the discussion?
About the owner limited term use for how many?
What time and when?
We don't know. We want to discuss it. Do you want to be in this discussion, or do you want to?
I can skip it.
You can skip it. Okay.
Yeah.
Who would you like to proxy? Who do you like to give your decision-making power to?
Miss Nangli.
Okay. So Nung Lee, you have Rafik's proxy on this discussion, and okay, great. Nung Lee, revenue management. Okay. So the discussion now is we're going to move that over to the financial guild discussion.
Yeah.
That's happening. I'll come back to that. I'll have to figure out when that's happening.
Alright.
And finance guild, I can get you an answer actually.
Yeah.
Oh wait, here we go. I got the answer for that. I'll come back in a second. And then survey is okay. Survey is done for this month.
I think because this survey is an ongoing process, maybe we should record the results
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So
So
maybe
that
as a
we
new
see
new
that-
business, yeah, like a survey.
You need to see
Repository.
progression. Yeah,
Yeah,
repository.
I agree. I think
that's,
we can just create a table on an off-page document for a survey repository, and essentially then just put the June surveys in this table. Yeah, essentially like, yeah. So, okay, as an example of that, maybe we just put, okay, only, yeah, just the month and then the results on a 2-column table.
Okay.
So the first column is the month, and the second is the result, and then that's it. And then you just paste the results on each time, and we'll have that.
So sorry, the first one we had 93%.
No, just the link to the form, and then that way it remains there, right? And then we can always drill down if we need to drill down and find the.
This is for the month of June, right?
Yeah. There you go. Okay, great. Okay, we have that now. Let's see. Let me get everyone's buy-in on that one. So Nungley has put an owner satisfaction survey here on the page, where every month we have it, and that way it's easy to come back and take a look at that. I believe Bayou can actually put that and put it on the general dashboard. So we'll do this for now, and then I'll ask Bayou if we can put it on the general dashboard, and then you can see the community stats. Great. Next thing, community managers become trainers. Well, this is a big topic. So that's actually a huge topic. That's an HR topic too as well. That's a pitch topic as well. It's pretty massive. Yeah.
I just an idea, but.
Okay, we'll just put it on FYI for now. If we still think about it next time on Old Business, then we'll take it and make it into a project and start moving this forward as a way of training new hosts as well. Yeah?
I think we can start off with a small example, a small experiment. So, Gay and Charles Villa Chandik has request for me to train, not train, but
that's what Dominic said.
yeah.
Dominic's temp here, right? You know,
She's not really training the person, but what she is that she is educating the housekeeper on our process.
Service standards, yeah.
On service standards. Oh, it's just a one-off training session for an hour.
You should record it, and then that way we can just play it the next time.
Okay, I'll record it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Bring one of the content people, maybe Bayou or Diva, and just record the entire training session, raw footage, and then we can send it back and have it edited later.
Okay.
And that can be just, hey, Bukit Vista housekeeping standards, please watch this video, and please have your Pembantu watch this video too, right? Okay, great.
It's the dashboard, right?
Yeah.
On the dashboard, is it?
Yes, we'll ask Bayou if you can take the survey results and put it on the dashboard. Okay, that's it. I'd like to adjourn the meeting. Do I have a second? Okay, the meeting is now adjourned. Thank you, everyone, and I'll also put a video index on the on this page as well, so that we can also go back and see when the video.